Hello and welcome to another Warhammer domination battle. Know it's been a long time. I apologize. I've been a little bit busy, but finally have time to kind of just sit back and enjoy some domination battles. We have a couple of replays saved for you, and we'll be getting through those throughout the week. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I have brought in good old Nurgle, Festus, two Exalted Heroes, front line of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, a very sneaky chosen with great weapons. And down here on low ground objectives, we do have Chaos Warriors of Nurgle. For my opponent, does have a front line of goblins, followed up by two Doom Diver catapults, three Savage Orc Arrow Boys, and three Orc Arrow Boys. Did bring in Skarsnik and an Orc Shaman with Here We Go and Brain Busta. But let's speed it on up because it does take Nurgle a while to get to anything. Do call in some Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. And after watching this replay and some other replays, I do realize that I need to get a lot better at them, or with them, I should say. Because I do make them shoot into just not smart targets. I get them too close, or I give them like attack orders when they're full ammo, basically. They do sit there, take some Doom Diver catapult shots. You know, that's something that can be prevented with micro. I do call it more Marauder Horsemen. But like I was saying, it's poor micro on my end and poor decision making on my end, giving away free value while I get no value in return. Because throwing axes in the goblins, it's gonna kill like 3 a volley, give or take, but you're not getting any real value from them. My opponent isn't contesting me on objective 3, which is good for me, because I can kind of just sit here, wait for the objectives to unlock, and start taking the objective. To speed up a little bit more moving around, and here's where the mess up comes in. Give an attack order on these Savage Orc Arrow Boys. Even if my opponent didn't body block them, I feel like Savage Orc Arrow Boys, with their frenzy, even though they only have 10 melee defense, they will kind of just win out on that. One volley of archers gets them down to the rampage threshold. They rampage. It's a lost unit. You know, that's completely on me, not thinking. A little bit more speed up. So that unit's gone. I do call in some good old hoppy boys. I do love this. I do like units like this. They're just they're big happy frogs. We are kind of maneuvering around our Exalted Heroes to get into the Doom Diver catapults. Kind of just shut down all of that. But opponent does respond with some Broken Tusk mobs. Very good anti-large capabilities on them. But the Exalted Heroes in Nurgle, with there being 2 of them and already having really good armor piercing values, they're gonna kind of put a slapping down on the Broken Tusk mob. But more things kind of just pile in, and this is kind of what Nurgle wants. Nurgle wants the blob. Because once Festus gets in here with a lot of healing, it's just it's gonna be rough. We do have a Sherman Corruption going down, doing some decent damage and just healing everything up on our roster. Over here, I believe these archers did still have an attack order on these Marauder Horsemen, so a little bit unfortunate. Damon's View get some free archers, but they're also kind of being collapsed in by some the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Should have given them an attack order here, but they will run into them. Don't know if it's going to really stop them. No, it's not. But Nurglings, I thought I was summoning some Nurglings on the high ground. Just kind of watch over objective 3, but maybe not yet. The Toads finally do get drugged down by the Gobos. With Wall, they have 44 melee attack. And with Here We Go, whenever my opponent does pop it gives them another 40 in like the big blob over here. So I think at one point I saw goblins with like 60 melee attack or something like that. That's wild. I feel like Here We Go could be very good if you're blobbed up like this, because you have Wall giving melee attack and Here We Go giving you even more melee attack. So I guess it just doesn't matter what it is. But Doom Diver catapults are shooting down the Chaos Warriors. great weapons. I believe even with the supporting fire, they'll still win this fight against the orc boys. So his response, he does bring in some more orc boys. Do call in off in the very back, Chaos Warriors with great weapons. They'll eventually get to the fight. It just, Nurgle infantry, we're not the quickest. I mean, hell, not even our cavalry is. Still got a lot of healing going down. A Fecundity gets popped from our army ability to kind of just keep everything in the fight, healed up, kind of just doing their thing. Just make it awful for my opponent. Because again, I want to be here. I want to be in the blob. It's alright if Doom Diver catapults are shooting into us. I feel like the catapults, if like the catapults they can bring, might do better than the Doom Divers. Because they've been firing this entire time. They have 22 kills, granted, but only 314 value shooting into expensive units. 12 kills at 227 or 217 value shooting into expensive units. So, it is what it is. But we do eventually get all 3 objectives. The faithful little Nurglings guarding objective 3. We just get into this fight down here. My opponent did call in some river trolls, but they do get broken. The shaman gets in, is just all this heavy metal and green skins are just throwing it down. We have Scarsnake taking on Festus and his fateful chosen of chaos. Wall is that wall? Yeah, wall gets popped, giving everything in this melee blob. Like the orc big now have 62 melee attack. That's wall's pretty good. But eventually, things are kind of just moving out. We are winning the blob fight naturally. That's just what Nurgle does. You need better ways of taking out Nurgle blob. But my opponent's infantry is starting to collapse while my infantry is still up and ready to go. We have full health Chaos Warriors of Nurgle. These warriors of Nurgle, these Chaos Warriors, have been out in the field the entire time and just now down to like half health. As more great weapons move in, my opponent does see the writing on the wall and decides to call it. For critiques for me, I need to get better at microing missile, like skirmish cav. I need to do my best, even though I'm playing as Nurgle, to not blob as much, because a vortex spell and that blob would have kind of just eradicated a lot of it. Let's say you brought for the Gork. I wasn't paying attention. That's 2 or 3 Chaos Warriors with great weapons units piled in together, along with Chosen. Stomp comes down. I'm going to assume it's going to half health them. It's, But thank you. Thanks to my opponent for playing in the match. Really appreciate him. Or her. I don't know the person. But thank you once again, and we will be back in the next one. Oh, goodbye.